Ms. Russell says she was planning a wedding. Now her fiancé's disappearing acts, broken promises, and lies have her planning an exit. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Russell v. Scott.
Thank you very much, Ms. Russell and Ms. Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here in divorce court. As I understand it, you have been together for 5 years. You've lived together off and on for the past 3 years.
Yes.
You were engaged July 2024, and our plaintiff has a 6-year-old daughter that has become not just a part of your family, but the light of your life. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. So that sounds all good on paper. Ms. Russell, why are we in divorce court?
Honestly, Judge, I'm here today because I feel like my fiance is living a double life. I have some suspicions, and if we don't pass the lie detector test today, there would be no Winter Wonderland wedding. There would be no moving forward. I just really need some answers and clarity before moving forward.
Ms. Scott, you heard what Ms. Russell said.
I did loud and clear.
What's that about?
I'm not a saint, and I've been through a lot of things. You know, we've been through a lot, you know, but...
There's one thing to not be a saint, but you can't be a continuing sinner.
No. No, it's fine. I'm about to marry this woman.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I straightened up along the way. You understand? Reason being that she's still pursuing. You understand what I'm saying?
So in other words, you all acknowledge that there was a past.
Yes.
And in the past, there may have been some issues, but Ms. Scott, can you look me in the face and say those issues don't exist now?
They don't exist now, and her accusations are not true, and that's the reason that I'm here today, to save my marriage and my family. That's all I got right now.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
I said that you guys have been together for 5 years. Why don't you take me back to when you first met and what ends up bringing us here to divorce court?
So Ericka and I, we pretty much grew up in the same neighborhood. We went to the same high school. So naturally we were around the same people. Of course, you know, when you grow up, things go separate. So we kind of separated a little bit. We weren't around each other as much as we were before. However, we ended up reconnecting back by social media. Mm-hmm. We reconnected through social media. I was going through some turbulence in my life, just becoming a new mom, as she was going through, you know, some things as well. So we kind of were a little bit dependent on each other. You know, we supported each other through these things. She stepped up to the plate for sure to help me out with my daughter. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's kind of what got us to here. You know, we ended up falling in love and planning a wedding.
Yeah, because I wrote down in my notes, you all were planning a Winter Wonderland type situation up in here. Tell me a little bit about this proposal, because I understand that it was pretty fly.
It was. It was. Out of nowhere, we were unpacking the car, and I'm just minding my business, being a girl, scrolling in my phone, and oh, here's the picture now. And she just comes out and drops a knee. It was very unexpected. It was very unexpected.
During her birthday?
On her birthday, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, that's because somebody puts you first.
Right.
I love you.
I guess.
I love you.
Thank you.
At least during that day.
Right.
Right. Thank you.
We all got all emotional right now, and everything is roses and daisies. But then come the red flags.
But wait, there's more.
Red flags. Ms. Russell?
Yes, ma'am. Red flags. There's a couple things that just rings the alarm to me.
Because I hear you a little mini Leon Panetta when it comes to investigation.
Listen, I just gotta know. I just have to know.
So give me an example.
One day I'm scrolling on social media, and a mutual friend comes up between Ericka and I, a person I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah, because that social media will dime on you in a minute.
Every time.
But you have so-and-so in common with so-and-so. Okay?
Every time. So this picture comes up. I'm not familiar with it. So I open it up. It may be a new friend. That could be, in fact, a new friend. So I open up the picture, and her contact picture is in the driver's seat of Ericka's new car that she purchased while she was on the road, right? I've never seen the car, but of course her sending me pictures and bragging about the new car, it just so happens to be the girl is in the same seat. of the car that she just purchased. So that just definitely rang a red flag to me. So I did
I'm not gonna lie, that would have rang a red flag for me.
Yeah, so I did a little bit more investigating. I downloaded this app, a good $7.99. Yes, I did. I spent on this app, and I was able to find a little bit more about this woman who's in my lady's car. I was able.
You're gonna have to take a note on what that $7.99 the app is.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's very worth it.
The court want to know about it.
It's very worth it. So with this app, I was able to find out her address, her phone number, her date of birth, her mom, her sister. I was unable to get any response or answers out of Ericka or the person, so I reached out to her family, and I pretended to be maybe a long lost friend of the girl.
Come on, man.
Asking the family how I haven't seen her for a while, and I just want to know if she's doing okay.
Like that.
The lady's name is Michelle, I think, or something of that nature.
So little Miss Michelle.
Miss Michelle. So I was able to find out all of that information. I reached out to her family, and with reaching out to her family, pretending to be this really good friend from school, I was able to find out that she's in fact working on a contract job in the same city as Ericka. She denies it. Of course, she say that there's a million of those cars in the world. There's a million of those Park Avenues. Who's to say it's my specific car? But I just think that's ironic.
I work with plenty people, though.
So, Ms. Scott, I'm going to come directly to you.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing better than you are right this minute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You might be right.
The proof is in the pudding. The proof is definitely in the pudding.
Let's have a conversation.
So, talk to me. What's up with Michelle?
We had a vacation planned, and just out of nowhere, she picked a fight. She got upset and canceled the trip. The Airbnb was booked. Our tickets were booked. Everything.
She actually canceled my flight ticket.
She told me to cancel the ticket.
Why would you believe?
She told me to cancel the ticket.
You're gonna take that time for my birthday to agree with me?
How old are y'all?
I'm a contract worker, traveling contractor or whatever, and I worked in a factory. So we have many people. This Michelle person could be
No,
Michelle.
but Leon Panetta over there, she figured out who Michelle was.
She thinks that. I don't even know what she's talking about, to be honest with you. I have plenty of people in my car if they need a ride to the store. We in the contract.
So
I submitted
here's the
evidence,
deal.
Judge.
This is a very easy question. Why was Michelle in your car? And when your fiance asked you about her, why didn't you just say, oh, this is a friend from home?
I did, but she didn't believe me, as always. That's why we're here today. I got to clear all of her assumptions up, man. That's why I showed up today.
I submitted the evidence.
You submitted the evidence.
Yes,
Let me
ma'am.
see what the evidence is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so this is your, and you know this car, oh, there's a little circle over there that is probably something that you recognize.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's definitely the logo of her car, the Park Avenue, the new Buick that she was so excited to purchase. Yes.
Okay.
This is the app that I downloaded to get all the information I needed.
I have friends. I have people.
Including, Judge, a mutual phone number that they both have is listed on this form as well. A mutual phone number.
Listen.
A mutual phone number.
I have plenty friends. Why you owe every friend, girl?
If you don't come clean with who she is, who Michelle is from the beginning, then Spidey sense is gonna kick in, and it could be Spidey sense that makes no sense. But if you come from the beginning and say, oh, you know what? You will never believe I met somebody from our hometown while I was on the road in South Dakota.
I understand this, Judge.
That's called communication.
When I do communicate, it's always shut down. And I'm always in defense about the same stuff. So it's
because I know how it goes.
Come on, man.
Why don't you trust Miss Scott? Because that's at the basis. That's the foundation of the problem.
Yes, ma'am.
What has happened?
She's just full of deal breakers. We had a vacation planned for her birthday, and just out of nowhere, she picked a fight. She got upset and canceled the trip, which led me to believe that you had other plans or you were with someone else, because everything was paid for. The Airbnb was booked. Our tickets were booked. Everything. The morning of, I'm talking to her, same thing. Baby, you got your toothbrush. Baby, you got your charger. You got everything. You ready to go? I'm about to see you in a few.
I was at work.
She gets upset.
Yes,
what happened, Ms. Scott?
Because she actually canceled my flight ticket. And let me get there. Yeah, you
After she told me.
Okay, hold up.
Excuse
I'm
me.
here.
Thank you. And then, so I'm at work or whatever. So I'm thinking, as my woman, you know I'm at work, handle everything. And mind you, I had to figure out how I could create a reason why I have to leave early to my supervisor.
Right.
She kept calling or whatever the case may be. I finally went to the bathroom and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Get it together. I can't talk to you. Well, you this, you that, you. Listen, you know what? Just forget it. Do whatever. I don't want to go. So after all of these years we've been together, when I say forget something, why you choose today to actually take me up on my, forget it. I'm under a lot of pressure. It's my birthday. So I find a reason to get off of work or whatever. And then I packed up my bag, got a ride 48 minutes away to the airport, only to get to the counter and they say, ma'am, you're not in the system. You don't have a flight. So I'm calling her. By this time, I'm already blocked.
She told me to cancel the ticket.
Why would you believe?
She told me to cancel the ticket.
You're gonna take that time for my birthday to agree with me?
What?
Out of all the nonsense?
I'm really trying to figure out, how old are y'all?
Crazy in love age. That's how old we are. Crazy in love.
Y'all are old enough to not be picking fights on silly.
I opened up her phone. I went to her recently deleted. I want to know what you're trying to hide. And there's messages from multiple girls. Good morning, stud muffin. How you doing, stud muffin? You know, little cute things like that, which I find inappropriate if you're in a relationship. I have another situation.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Precious.
Recently, we were getting ready to go. I'm sorry. Recently, we were getting ready to go out to dinner. She was in the bathroom brushing her teeth, and her phone was in the kitchen on the counter.
Okay, I know what Panetta does.
You know what's going on. So the phone lights up as I'm standing next to it. The phone lights up, and it's a reply from Cash App. It was either a thumbs up or a promise, something cute.
Like to suggest thank you.
Thank you.
We talked about this now.
Yes, ma'am. So, of course, I did further investigating. I opened up her phone. Instead of going to Cash App, I went to her recently deleted. I want to know what you're trying to hide. I opened up her recently deleted folder, and there's messages from multiple girls. One of the girls in the messages is telling her, stud muffin, good morning, stud muffin. How you doing? How you doing, stud muffin? You know, little cute things like that, which I find inappropriate if you're in a relationship. Her response to them is, you know, cute little things. She's telling them, oh, okay, I'm going to bed now. I had a late night, but it's 6 p.m. I'm going to bed now. Granted, I get off of work at 6. So when I come home,
that's a lot right there.
I guess she's wrapping up, you know, because she can't be in her phone because she know I'm looking.
That's not the truth. That's not the truth
I'm
right
coming
there.
over to you, Miss Scott.
Yes,
Why
okay.
are you having text message relationships with random women?
Judge.
I'm listening.
Again. Okay, I know it's the same thing I'm saying, but for real, you know, okay, so giving and helping people out a lot, people feel like they need to show gratitude towards me, send me, you know, I'll pay you back or things of that nature. Cool. Granted, these are like maybe an old fling or somebody that may have had feels for me or whatever the case may be, but I did it already.
So that leads me to being suspicious that there's absolutely something else going on. Granted, all my little other holes I may have dug did not have no seeds in it, but I landed in a hole with some seeds for sure when she ended up getting kicked out of the hotel that she was living in.
Precious.
She calls me one day in an uproar that the hotel is kicking her out. They're prejudiced, they're saying all these things to me, and now they're putting me out. So I called the hotel where she was living at, pretending to be her supervisor, wondering why you guys are putting her out of hotel. The manager at the hotel says, oh no, we appreciate your business here. However, Miss Scott and her girlfriend, mind you, I'm the girlfriend calling. Her and her girlfriend have been trouble since they checked in. Over 6 months ago.
Listen, man.
Over 6 months ago.
I was actually trying to help somebody out, and she know how big I am on stuff like that. So I wasn't torn between the two, but I knew.
Like she's supposed to give you the benefit of the doubt, you supposed to give her the ultimate respect.
Yes, I should have.
Nobody comes in between you and your woman.
I agree with that.
So you do know, Miss Scott, that you have set yourself up for a situation where Ms. Russell doesn't trust you.
Right.
And the only way for us to make this determination on this trust thing is to first find out if her suspicions have been correct.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I'm going to ask my expert to join us at this time.
Yeah.
Ask the expert to join us.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day. Ms. Scott, you willingly submitted to a polygraph examination, and today we have with us Mr. John Yarbrough, a certified polygraph examiner from Guardian Polygraph Services. Mr. Yarbrough, welcome back to divorce court. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Ms. Scott during the time you claimed you were unable to go to Miami for your birthday. Did you have sexual contact with anyone?
That is correct.
What was Ms. Scott's answer?
Her answer was no.
What did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated she was being truthful when she answered that
There is
question.
no deception.
Told you that. Told you that.
The second question, Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Ms. Scott, did you have any sexual contact with the woman who sent you money and those
Told you.
messages that you deleted? What was Ms. Scott's answer?
She answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated she was being truthful to that question.
Told
Wow.
No
I
deception.
told you. I told you. I told you. Go on and marry me now.
And the third question, we asked Ms. Scott, while staying at that hotel, did you have any sexual contact with her?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Ms. Scott's answer?
She answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated she was being truthful to that question.
I told you. I told you. I love you, baby. I love you. I love you.
I so wanted those answers to come back there. One, because I do believe that you love Miss Russell, Miss Scott.
Too much.
And Miss Russell, I truly know that you love Miss Scott. And I want you both to have that Winter Wonderland wedding, and I want you both to enjoy your daughter for many years to come. Ms. Russell, you opened this case because you felt your fiance was untruthful and engaging in questionable behavior with other women. And Ms. Scott, you wanted your fiance to trust in your innocence and believe that you have been faithful
More than anything.
despite the accusations against you.
Yes, ma'am.
I think we have put the faithful issue to rest. But we haven't put the communication and the mutual respect to rest. It's absolutely imperative that the two of you communicate with each other, especially since you're going to be separated for periods of time because of work obligations.
Yes.
And that's how you all make your living and your household sustains itself on that. So I'm going to need the two of you to be more open in your communication with each other. You can stop being suspicious and you can stop avoiding conflict by sharing what's going on
I could do a
with
lot
your
better.
fiance,
I could do a lot better.
okay?
Yes.
You can stop tracking her like the Mounties, okay? And you can stop disappearing for periods of time,
It sound crazy.
okay? Both of y'all sound crazy half
It
the
sound
time.
crazy.
But in the words of my good friend Beyonce, crazy in love, crazy in love. The truth has been revealed today, and you still crazy as love. It's over.
All right, Judge. I love you, baby. I love you too. I told you, baby. I love you. That working out, huh?
Yeah, I guess I could stop accusing you all the time. I ain't sending a receipt back on my dress. I lied. I ain't
You want
returning
steak?
it.
What about you?
Made in Georgia.